Hello, everyone. It's been a fantastic third week of World Social Work Month. It's been a real pleasure for us at BASW England, in collaboration with people with lived experience, members and partners, to deliver and share a range of innovative events and activities. We'd also like to take this opportunity to thank you, to thank every social worker in England, across the UK, and as part of the international community for everything that you do day in, day out, supporting children, families, adults, citizens, and communities. The last 12 months have been really tough. Yes, there's been wonderful moments of celebration and joy, but there have been far too many losses. And we really appreciate the extra mile, the work that you've been doing and supporting lots of other people at incredible times of distress and loss. So thank you. The voices of people with care experience, the voices of women, the voices of people experiencing direct racism have been integral to the events that we've been delivering this week. And we want to ensure that those voices are heard loud and clear. On Monday, we started off with an event with people sharing their experience from a care experience perspective. Ian Thomas, BASW England patron, and Desi Lindstrom from Canada, both social workers and both with care experience, talked about the stories of connection directly relating to Ubuntu, but also the stories of disconnection, rejection, homelessness, substance misuse, and criminality. And Desi also talked about his experiences of racism in the system as an Indigenous Canadian. This week, we also heard from Heidi Henderson, a social worker who originates from South Africa, who shared her experience of working with children who had been victims of rape, as well as those affected by HIV and AIDS. And Heidi's key messages were about the importance of time, making time, relationship-based social work, and the importance of social workers continuing the messages that are embedded within the BASW England 80-20 campaign: connection, unity, and making time for the children and families that we work with. On Tuesday, we had a brilliant celebration event that was very much led by members, and it was an event with music and poetry and dance. And we'd really like to commend all of the members behind the scenes that were involved in doing the mixing for that event, that were sharing their creativity and their dynamism. And it was just a fabulous event of international connection across the global community. So sincere thanks to all of those who worked really hard behind the scenes to make that event happen. And that evening, we'd like to commend our partners and colleagues and all the contributors who were involved in the launch of Outlanders, a book of hidden narratives from social workers of colour. Special thanks to Siobhan McLean and Wayne Reed as authors. It's a book that we would strongly recommend every student social worker, social workers, and those involved in direct education social workers should include in their curricula. Really important reading. Anti-racism continued as a really strong message and theme within our workshop that was run on Wednesday by Mildred Joyner, the president of the National Association of Social Workers in the USA. And Mitch shared her own experiences of living in the USA during a time of unlawful killings of African Americans, the COVID crisis, and the mistruths that were shared by, in Mitt's words, a former president and during an insurrection. On Thursday, we launched the England Domestic Abuse, BASW England Domestic Abuse Guidance for Social Workers, which opened with a song from Leah Bartelli, poignant and moving, raising awareness of violence against girls and women that has to stop. Asmat Khan talked about inclusion in the context of her experience as a Muslim woman who experienced and survived domestic abuse. And Sarah Goff shared her experiences from a practice area development and lessons for frontline social workers. Pragna Patel from Southall Black Sisters talked about the control of patriarchy and the importance of social workers not automatically turning to community and faith-based leaders. Instead, focusing on women, individual women in their own right and as part of communities of women as citizens. Our final BASW England event of the week was social work in a time of COVID-19. Mariam Raja, who works tirelessly as part of the BASW England Social Workers in Disasters campaign, hosted the event, which featured an opening statement by Joachim Mumba from the International Federation of Social Workers on the principle of Ubuntu, its meaning and relevance for social work. We then heard from Gayatri Kalathil about her experiences of working with people, communities in Kerala during COVID-19, and Stefano Joseph, a social worker from Malawi, examining the impact of the COVID pandemic on local communities. These have been incredible events, moving, poignant, and with really strong messages about action. If you have not been able to see these events live, you can view the recordings and remember they can all be used towards your CPD. Do contact us at england@baswa.co.uk for other CPD opportunities this year. I'd like to thank all of our speakers, and apologies if I haven't mentioned everyone involved in every presentation. There's far too many people to mention in person, but I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank BASW England staff and those working behind the scenes to make the event run so smoothly. Big thanks to all our members, all contributors, and the staff team for making these events happen. It's all about celebrating social work and celebrating the contributions that you make to changing people's lives. The BASW World Social Work Month of activity continues from Monday, and we pass on the baton to our colleagues at the Scottish Association of Social Workers. They've got a special Scottish Parliamentary hustings next week, a roundtable event discussing Ubuntu and the findings from SASWA's recent Racism, Prejudice and Discrimination in Social Work survey, as well as an event focused on the well-being of social workers. There's still time to book on these events via BASW website. Thank you again to everyone who has supported the BASW England activities this week and BASW across the whole of the month. We hope there's been something valuable for everyone to take away, and we look forward to celebrating social work and everything that you do every single day. Thank you.